right, guys. Just wanted to share something with you here. Looking at some of the video from last year, most of these bucks, except for like the buck in the rear there, survived. That buck was taken by one of my good friends and one of the members of our co-op. But these are bucks that survived last year. From last year to this year, we're yet to get pictures of some of these. But you see that big 8-point over there on the right side, and this wide 10 here. These bucks were regulars on my area, my feeder, as well as the neighbors, and now they're down south on another neighbor's. But that wide 10 right there, boy, he really has caught my eye, and he's one that I'm especially interested in. But we kind of committed last year to pass him. He's coming into frame here. You know, you can't kill big bucks if you kill little bucks. And I mean, at the end of the day, you need to shoot whatever you want to shoot. But we kind of decided, you know what, this is a great buck. He's a young buck. We're going to go ahead and spare him, give him a year, and see what he looks like this year. So we're yet to get pictures, but man, he's just such a good-looking deer. He's a basic 10 with split brows. Then there's this buck here. His name is Bullwinkle. Those two were always together with another buck that we call the Freak. But Bullwinkle is really unique. He's got kind of a double beam on the right side there. Several non-typical points there as well. I had this deer at 20 yards during bow season, and we committed to pass him. Just so excited to see him, and we got pictures of him after the season. Here he is with another buck we call the Freak, and the Freak is, man, he's just all that. He's just a really cool buck. Jesse, our neighbor, saw him. These three bucks ran together. We call them the Three Kings, but Jesse encountered the Freak and gave him a pass, and we decided, you know, that's what we're going to do, is just give him a pass. But he definitely was a shooter. I think Jesse was thinking that at that time. But we decided to pass him, and he ended up breaking his right side off. So he's been running around with just one rack, and I think that's the best thing that could happen for him. But he survived the season. Here's another one. We call this one the Heart 10. He's just a good-looking 10. Not exceptionally huge, but he's a younger buck too. He's probably 3.5, maybe 4.5. Definitely starting to get some muscle there. This is early season. Still was in velvet last year. Got a really swelled neck as the rut came on. But he's a good-looking deer, and he passed the season. We got pictures of him later. I think he's going to be something as well. But you know, if you're gonna, sometimes to get what you want, you got to sacrifice, and that's kind of what several of us did last year. We ended up not shooting bucks just because we weren't going to just shoot a buck for the sake of shooting a buck. We passed these deer. Oddly enough, the buck there on the left survived the season. He's a 7-point, and he was on my hit list. I don't really believe in cold bucks, but I marked him as a buck that I wanted to shoot. Not impressive at all, but I just really didn't want a 7-point running around. Deer's looks like he's 4.5 years old to me. But here's the Freak and the wide 10 together. The Freak is all that. These two deer right here, as well as Bullwinkle, they're bucks that we're all just going to be really watching for and kind of trying to see what their pattern is. They survived through the season last year. Hopefully they survived now. But I'm going to share some of these things on YouTube with some of my followers, so stay tuned.